Okay, so Jenny, tell us about some breakthroughs that you learned about yourself.
Yes. So prior to doing the Leadership Academy, the virtual Leadership Academy, I was the kind of leader that really wanted to jump in and solve problems for people. I would work 7 days a week. And, many of those days I would work maybe 10 to 12-hour days. And because I thought that that's the way that you are a leader. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be available at any time, just to be able to help people solve problems because that they need that support. However, through Leadership Academy, I started to see that setting boundaries for myself so that I could, have those times for self-care, actually would make me a better leader. It would make me somebody who is more present for my team. It would make me someone who actually then could turn around and coach them to help themselves. There was a lot that I learned about the fact that you need to help people help themselves. They need to be coached to figure out their own answers because then they have ownership of those things in their lives and they can be proud of themselves. So they won't be proud of themselves as much if I solve it. So that really changed my leadership style. It also taught me to, now I take weekends off from work. And when I get back on Monday, I am just that much more ready for my staff to help and support them.
That's huge. I mean, working 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, what kind of impact was that having on your life?
Yeah, I was actually to the point where I was exhausted. I actually was feeling very burnt out myself. I had actually visited a hospital because I wasn't feeling very well. And so it actually was something that impacted my life greatly, just to take that time for myself, not only for work, but for personal.
Yeah. So what do you do now with your weekends?
I spend a lot of time, actually, and I always, my son and I would spend time together, but now we spend more meaningful time together. So we will go and try new things, like during the daytime versus just during the evenings when I had the time before.
Yeah, I think you touched on something really important earlier too. You said being more present. And I think that can bring more meaning to relationships. When you're there physically with someone, but your mind is elsewhere because you're thinking about the other tasks you have to do for work. Like, how beneficial really is that time being spent?
Right.
So it's amazing that you've been able to kind of clear out this time for yourself so that you can then help other people too, which trickles into your personal life.
Yes, it really did. One of the other things that we learned is, in my days in Leadership Academy, is that I could show up in all meetings feeling like my opinion mattered. So there were, many times that, I would also in groups actually just go with the flow. It was more of one of those go with the flow kind of answers, just so that we were a cohesive group when we were making decisions. And through Leadership Academy, I actually started to understand that, being in the room and my voice mattering, actually, that was something that was essential to me as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone's voice matters. That's what a team really is. The leader can't function without the team, and the team can't function without the leader. That's the whole point, that everyone wins, as Molly likes to say. You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.